Hello guys and welcome to last week's puzzles. Let's get right to it. So our first puzzle is a pawn sleeping on the job. Now let's find out which pawn is sleeping. From a first guess, I would say it is this pawn because at the moment it's pinned by our bishop, meaning that it does not protect this knight. As a result, we can safely take the knight with our queen, giving the check, forcing the king to move. As I just mentioned, the pawn can't take because it is pinned by our bishop. So once it has moved to the side, well, let me just show you. Now that it has moved to the side under cover from our bishop on said pawn, our queen can take the pawn, delivering checkmate. That's puzzle 1. On to puzzle 2. Our second puzzle is the Botez birthday bullet mate. First of all, a happy birthday to Alexandra Botez, and let's get right to it. Considering the Botez, I would think this would be it for some Botez Gambit-y thing, but obviously that's not it, as we are going to sacrifice the Rook. They might as well have called it a Levy birthday bullet. After that, we are going to give the check, forcing the king back, because now under cover from the knight we can deliver checkmate. Second one down, only 5 more to go. For our third puzzle, closing squares, opening lanes, well, let's see how we are going to do that. What I see is that this pawn is providing a prime spot for our bishop to slide in and attack their queen. Now, they could do a lot, but they did choose to sacrifice one of their least valuable pieces, being their knight, after which obviously we can win said knight, providing additional pressure on the queen, but the queen, no longer having any other escapes, does decide to simply move out. However, by doing so, she does allow us to win some tempo and give a check on the king. The pawn obviously has its other escape locked out, meaning that it's forced to move to the side, and now under cover from the pawn, our queen can deliver checkmate. Almost halfway there, let's get on to the fourth one. Our fourth puzzle is called Long Diagonal Prelude, so let's discover what diagonal pressure we can apply. Obviously, it is not going to be the bishop, as they have a plethora of ways of capturing it. So instead, it must be our queen. Now, why is it not this one? Well, obviously because they can simply interpose using their pawn under cover from the bishop, leaving us with only this option left as a diagonal attack. And once we do that, indeed, they are forced to take with the queen, because let's say they interpose instead, well, then they would simply lose their queen, or even worse, we would use our queen to take the rook and undercover from the bishop. That would be checkmate. However, now that they take our queen, we still have checkmate, and it even is a beautiful fork at the same time, because, like I just mentioned, this bishop is covering the exit, and the cornered king can simply be checkmated by our knight. On to the fifth one. Our fifth puzzle has a king on the edge of the board and a knight looking at it, a pawn looking at it, and hopefully soon a rook to join them. Let's start off by giving a check. Obviously, we are not going for this one because then their king can simply escape. So instead, we are going for this one, which pushes the king into the corner. Now that the king has been pushed in the corner, we can actually move our knight over here, giving another check, and at the same time preventing the king from moving over here. He obviously also can't move over there due to the pawn, meaning that he still is stuck on the h-file, after which our rook can simply slide over, giving the checkmate. On to the sixth one. Weekend, here we come. For our sixth puzzle, making the rook blink, we do have quite a complicated board. Luckily for us though, this rook over here is very strong and protected by 2 of our pawns. And to make it even better, we actually can attack one of their other rooks by moving our pawn up 2 squares. Now they do use the forced move en passant, but luckily for us, we actually can use that freed up spot now to slide our rook forward once more, attacking the rook. They obviously counter by taking our rook, but this enables our pawn to then take back whilst also giving a check. They have to deal with the check. They obviously can't take the pawn because it's covered by our rook, but whilst their king moves back, our pawn can win their other rook, putting us in a winning endgame. There we go, onto the final puzzle. Our seventh and final puzzle this week is aptly named Stunning Finale, so let's get right to it. What do I see? Well, I see that their king is currently locked in the corner by our rook, and that we have two pieces that, if they were not hindered by their pieces, would be able to deliver checkmate. How are they hindered? Well, obviously our queen is hindered by both the rook and the bishop, and our rook over here is covered by their rook. So let's start off by getting rid of one of the defenders by placing our bishop in between. Because, well, they have to deal with the bishop, because otherwise our next move is checkmate. Even if they had eliminated this rook, then our queen would be able to slide over here for checkmate. Now, however, they have countered our bishop trap, but by sacrificing the queen with the check, they have to deal with that, meaning that they have to use the bishop, after which our rook can now slide over for the checkmate. Thanks for watching to this week's puzzles. I hope to see you guys next week. Please leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.